Okay, well, good morning. It's April 9th, 2025, and today I'm hiking a section of the Ozark Highlands Trail in the Sylamore district from Cripple Turkey up to Brush Creek Trailhead. I hiked in from Brush Creek this morning. It took me about 2 hours and 10 minutes to get back here. Now I'll videotape it on the way back. So anyhow, we're here at Cripple Turkey. If you go left, you go down to Moccasin Springs. You go right, you go to Brush Creek Trailhead. There is a third trail that comes in here. It's the North Sylamore Creek Trail, and that goes on down to Barkshead campground and stuff down there. But anyhow, we're going to get started, headed back. It's 10:15, so we'll see how we do. I will probably be a little slower going back. There's some pretty good grades mixed in here along the way, but we'll see how it goes. I'll get the start of the trail filmed here. You come out of Cripple Turkey, you run along the edge of this food plot. You hit an old road, and that is, if not the steepest, it's close to the steepest part of the hike back in here between these two trailheads. Plus, it's reasonably long. When you're coming at it from the north, that's a pretty good uphill grade. Hopefully, turning around and coming at it from the south, it won't be near as bad going down. And if you were starting out here, I signed in up at Brush Creek, but here's the box for your registration if you're starting out here at Cripple Turkey. Okay, now we'll get going, and I'll film a part of this downhill so you get a flavor for what it looks like. As I'm starting back at about 10:15 in the morning. Okay, and here you can see it going down, and that's what it does all the way down to the bottom of the hill. So I'm going to turn the camera off. We'll work our way down, and we get down there, I'll turn it back on again. See you later. Here we are at the bottom of the hill. and you can see the blazes on the trees telling you got a left turn here. So we made it down that steep little hill. Now we get some stroll along the stream banks. Again, this trail's blazed pretty well. You do want to keep your eyes open. It's possible once in a while to miss one and end up off on the wrong section of the trail. You can see this is Cold Fork, I believe, down here at the bottom. Nice clear stream. We'll cross it a time or two. I think this section of the trail here is running through what's called Birmingham Hollow. Okay, you can see the trail on ahead. I'll cut the camera off for a few and catch you in a little bit. See you later. I walk up the stream bed for a while on quite a bit of rock, slabs of rock. And you get here and you got a right turn and take off to the right. That section of trail in through there, the hill on down, was probably the wettest section that I've had this morning. And we had some pretty severe rains last Thursday, Friday. I think somewhere around 10 inches of rain. So I've been pleasantly surprised that I haven't run into more water. Looks like we got a little bit here. Not too bad. There we go. And again, a right turn here, so watch your blazes. Okay, well, you can see the trail on ahead. I'll turn the camera off for a few. When you get to this little junction here, blaze on the tree says go straight ahead, so that's where we'll head. I think I see a right turn coming up here ahead. I'll leave the camera on for a minute just to make sure we catch that turn. Oh yeah. Here we go. It's a sharp right turn. Doesn't want you to miss it. Okay. Here's where we cross Cold Fork. I believe this branch is called. You can see the trail blaze on the tree right over there. A little bit of water here running through. Yeah, nice and quiet back in here. Okay, let's see here. Let's rock underneath there. Okay, let's step up here. It's a little muddy in through here. Yeah. And there is some greenbrier back in here, just in case you were looking for some. Yeah. There we go. Made it. Okay. Now we got to work our way up the hill. So, you can see the trail ahead here a little bit. I'll turn the camera off, catch you in a few. Catch a quick shot of this rock ledge running along here. And then back down on the other side, down to Cold Fork, you got a pretty steep drop off. So the trail's kind of running along a bench here, in between the small bluff face and the drop off down there. So it's got a slight uphill grade here, but nothing horrible at this point. So anyhow, you can see the trail ahead. I'll shut the camera off, catch you in a few. Thought I'd catch a little shot here, another rock ledge along this route going back. You can see the trail ducking between these rocks and carrying on ahead. And then there's Cold Fork down there below us. So we're working our way back. I'll shut the camera off and catch you in a few. Upon a stream crossing, this one's dry. You have to step over a log here in the middle, but nothing major. There goes the trail out the other side. Okay. Oops. There's a little hole there. All right. And then we're back on an uphill grade again. Okay, well, I'm going to turn the camera off and get you in a little bit. Okay, working my way back up the switchbacks. Thought I'd take a shot back down the valley. Here's what I got ahead of me. So, whew, that's pretty steep in spots. So we'll see. We ought to be getting close to getting out of this ravine. So we'll see. Anyhow, I'll shut the camera off and catch you in a few. And up from Cold Fork, you come around a switchback here. Don't try and stay straight. Look up here to the right. There's a couple blazes up there on trees, and that's where you want to go, is going up on this rock ledge and go along that way. So I just wanted to point this out so that you don't miss a turn somewhere. See you later. We made it up out of Birmingham Hollow. That's the way we came up. And here we join in with an old road. We go to the right here. But we'll be on the road for a while. I'll film a little bit of it. It's not bad, but it does have a few steep ups and downs in it. So there'll be some hills to climb that'll slow me down. But we made it out of Birmingham Hollow. Took us right at an hour from the time we left Cripple Turkey. Of course, I'm a little tired, so I was slow coming up those grades. Anyhow, we got some reasonable trail now. Like I said, there's some ups and downs, but we'll work our way through them. Anyhow, you can see it ahead. I'll turn the camera off, catch you in a few. Been trucking along the road, and here we come upon a food plot. Now, in this one, the trail goes straight across. I don't know if you'll pick it up on the camera, but there is a blaze on a tree on the opposite side. Now, I think the next food plot that we come to will be where we get off the old road and head back down into a ravine heading over toward Brush Creek Trailhead. But so anyhow, that's what this looks like here. We'll hit the trail on the other side and keep going. See you later. Okay, wow, made it to the next food plot. You know, that's a old road bed we've been hiking along, which is good, but boy, there's some long uphills on that puppy, so it'll work you over. Anyhow, we made the second food plot. And the trail runs along this end of it. Wow, that was a workout. All right, and after you cross the food plot, right here's a double blaze, says right turn. And we're going to be off the old road now and heading back down into another ravine. Anyhow, I'm going to take a couple minutes here, seeing if you can see the trail ahead of us winding down, heading down into the creek bottom. So we'll keep on trucking and see you when we get down there. See you in a little bit. Going downhill for a while and just wanted to show you this. It's like we got a little more uphill to go. So I'll close the camera down, start trucking up the hill. See you later. We crested that little rise. We're heading back downhill again. We're not a long ways away. Not sure about the mileage, but we're getting there. All right. Yeah, they cut through some trees there from probably last year's storm, I would guess. Okay, a little bit of a switch back here, sharp left turn. Okay, yeah, this is the only second time I found a tree down. I'm going to pause the camera, take a picture here, catch you in a few. Okay, got mostly down the hill, got a little stream here to cross, some little bitty falls in it. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to take 5 here where I got a good log to sit on. Catch you in a few. There, got a right turn here, and we'll go down to the creek down here and cross over. We're getting closer. I must admit, I'm slowing down. Yep. All right. Okay, there's the trail going out on the other side. And if I remember right, we'll walk along that side for a while, and then we'll cross back over onto the section of the trail that goes right up to Brush Creek Trailhead. So, yeah. Okay, I'll set the camera off for now. Catch you in a few. As we come up out of the stream bed, there's a double blaze ahead, sharp left. We'll come out a little bit of an old road, not much of one. Anyhow, I'll set the camera off for a while. See you later. Hey, here's the stream crossing, and you can see the other side. We start the uphill grade to Brush Creek Trailhead. So, got a ways to go, but it's going to be some steep uphill. So, I will be pretty slow probably for a while. I want to find a place to sit here and take a little break before I start that. See you in a few. We are going up the final hillside. It's not overly steep, but I'm tired, so I'm going really, really slow. But we are getting close to being done. Okay. Well, I'll turn the camera off, catch you in a few. I made it up out of Birmingham Hollow. Next stop, Brush Creek Trailhead. It is uphill, but hopefully it's not near as steep, and I can work my way on up. See you in a few.